What happens to your home and mortgage during the divorce process in Michigan? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brett Nibel, your Michigan real estate resource, and today we're diving deep into an important and often really emotional topic. What happens to your home and mortgage during the divorce process here in Michigan? Divorce is challenging enough without worrying about legal and financial complications surrounding your biggest asset, your home. So whether you're trying to keep the house, sell it, or split the equity, understanding the process is critical. In this video, we will break down what Michigan law says about dividing property, the options you have for handling your home and mortgage, and what to watch out for during this stressful time. First, let's talk about Michigan's property division laws. Michigan is an equitable distribution state. So what does that mean? It means marital property is divided in a way that's fair, but not necessarily 50-50. The court considers factors such as how long have you been married, each spouse's income and contributions to the marriage, and custody arrangements if there's kids involved. When it comes to the house, the court will ultimately decide if it's marital property, meaning it was purchased or significantly improved during the marriage, or separate property, which one spouse owned before the marriage. If it's separate property but was used as the marital home, things can get really tricky. So what happens to the home? Once it's determined the house is marital property, there are typically one of three outcomes. Number one, sell the home. The most common solution is to sell the home and split the proceeds. This is especially common when neither spouse can afford the house on their own. Pro tip, if you go this route, work with a trusted real estate agent to get the best price and to avoid disputes about any selling timelines. Number two, one spouse keeps the home. If one spouse wants to keep the home, they'll need to buy out the other's share of the equity. This usually involves refinancing the mortgage to remove the other spouse's name entirely. This can be a good option if there's kids involved, allowing them to stay in the family home. Number three, co-own temporarily. In some cases, divorcing spouses can agree to co-own the home for a period of time, often until the kids get out of school or the housing market improves. This does require clear agreements on how expenses will be shared up front. Now, let's talk about the mortgage. The house might be the biggest asset, but the mortgage is often the biggest liability, and these are two entirely different things. So here are the options. Number one, refinancing the mortgage. If one spouse keeps the house, refinancing is definitely a must. It removes the other spouse's name from the mortgage and ensures only the person keeping the home is financially responsible. Warning, you'll need to qualify for a refinance on your own. Number two, sell and pay off the mortgage. Selling the home often simplifies things just because it allows you to pay off the mortgage entirely. This can prevent any future disputes and financial entanglements. Number three, keep both names on the mortgage. Now, this is risky. If both names remain on the mortgage, but one person moves out, any missed payments can hurt both spouses' credit scores. If you choose that option temporarily, create a clear, legally binding agreement on who will make those payments. Handling the home and mortgage during a divorce isn't always smooth sailing. Let's talk about these common challenges. Number one, financial challenges. Refinancing may not be affordable if interest rates have gone up. Selling the home may take longer than expected, especially if the market slows down. Then there's some legal challenges. Disagreements over the value of the home are extremely common. You may need to hire an appraiser just to get an appraisal to resolve this up front. Now, co-owning arrangements. This can lead to disputes down the road if clear terms are not established up front. Finally, emotional challenges. Letting go of the family home can be really tough, especially if there are kids involved. Tensions between spouses can make negotiations even more stressful through the process. So being aware of these challenges can help you prepare and make more informed decisions through this entire process. Now, for families with kids, custody arrangements can influence what happens to the spouse. If one parent has primary custody, they may have a stronger claim to stay in the family home to maintain stability just for the children. However, this depends on the financial feasibility and the court's determination of what's in the best interest of the kids. Here are some tips to help you navigate this process. Hire professionals. Please hire professionals. Work with a divorce attorney experienced in Michigan law. Consider hiring a financial advisor to understand how decisions about your home will impact these long term finances. Speak to your CPA and get an appraisal. An independent appraisal ensures both spouses have a clear understanding of the home's value. And please be realistic. Emotional attachments can cloud judgment. Focus on what's financially sustainable for your future. And please communicate clearly whether you're selling the home or co owning temporarily. Clear communication and written agreements are key to avoiding future disputes. Remember, the goal is to reach a fair and sustainable outcome that sets both parties up for success. Look, divorce is never easy, and decisions come about the home and mortgage can make things even more complex. But by understanding Michigan's laws, exploring our options, and working with the right professionals, you can navigate this process with confidence.